All right, here's the one that sold over 1 million copies for me. Wrote this one back in 1961, recorded it with a group called the Marquis out of Stax Records. And you're going to have to realize that on that particular record we had a complete horn section, bass player, organ. Well, I played the organ and piano on the record both. We had a lot of instruments there, and we've only got 2 instruments here. And I hope you can remember the song about that, but it starts out with a big chord and then a drum roll, and then the horns would blow 2 notes. That's all they played was 2 notes. And they got paid the same amount I did. Last night. Cassette tape. I don't have any CDs, but I have some cassette tapes in case anybody'd like one. They're $8.
I want to make a suggestion to you. If you're going to buy like a Sonny Burgess tape, who played here, this weekend, or a Ace Cannon tape, or Billy Lee Riley, or any one of those great artists, what you do, if you're going to ship it up north to like your grandkids or something, what you do is you take that Ace Cannon tape and you buy 2 Smoochie tapes. You put one on each side and then you wrap them all up, and that way when the U.S. mail crushes the package, the Billy Lee Riley or Ace Cannon tape will still be good. So it serves as great packing for these other guys' tapes. So buy 2, they're cheaper.
Chip Bowman was the engineer at Stax Records. And he also played guitar for my band at this particular time. And we were playing one night, and I had a little rhythm that I had made up, a rhythm pattern, and I started playing it on the piano. I don't remember what song Chip was singing. He turned around and he said, "Where did you get that rhythm at?" And I said, "I made it up." He said, "Man, I like it." He said, "Why don't you come in the studio tomorrow and let's put it down?" I said, okay. So I went to the studio the next day and put that rhythm pattern down that I wrote. And the Marquis, they were a young group. They were all teenagers. I was the only one in the group that was 21 when we were traveling. These guys were like 17, 18, 19 years old. And they practiced over there at Stax Records because the leader of the band, Packy Axton, of course, his mother was Miss Estelle Axton. And so he had use of the studio to practice. And he had, I think, probably the only little group in town that had a horn section in it. And
Who were the horn players?
Don Nix, Wayne Jackson on trumpet. Don Nix played baritone, Wayne trumpet. Packy Axton played tenor sax. And maybe it was just 3 horns. I can't remember. It was either 3 or 4 horns.
And Steve Cropper?
Now Steve played guitar. And of course Doug Dunn on bass. And myself. But Chips played that rhythm pattern for him and said, can you guys blow 2 notes on this rhythm? And he'd started out and they'd blow 2 notes. And in that particular type of rhythm pattern, it come out real good. So it was going and then we put a drummer with us that could really roll out them drums, and we, made a track on it, made a cut on it. And it sat on the shelf for, I guess, about 6 months. And then Jim Stewart had Jerry Wexler come down from Atlantic Records to listen to some of the recordings. And he listened to everything that was up there. And he told Jim, he said, I really just don't hear anything that really knocks me out, And he was fixing to leave, and Chip said, I got one more song I want to play for you. And he pulled that band track out and played it. And Jerry Wexler said, that's what I want right there. So Atlantic Records distributed the Last Night record for Stax. And we didn't have any earthly idea that the song was going to do what it did. The next thing we knew, it was climbing the charts. And Jim Stewart put us in a new van and sent us on the road, started booking shows, and sent us on the road. When we filled out the papers for the writer's royalties and all on the song, I really felt like that Chips and I is the one that should have got the writer's royalties, but Jim wanted to give Packy part of the writer's royalties because he was leader of that band, and a couple of other fellas that wasn't in the band that actually played on the record, they recorded down there quite a bit. And he wanted to split the writer's royalties with them, and that's what happened on it, and it wound up being split 5 ways. And actually it should have been 2 ways, me and Chip. Every time I get a royalty check, I think, man, this thing should have been 3 or 4 times what it is,